Good morning, everyone, from Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. We're here for a very quick weekend in Northern California, hitting up Discovery Kingdom in California's Great America because Sarah has never been to either of these parks before.
Yes, and as most of you probably know by now, I do not count credits. I don't really do milestones, but I decided I want to have one to my name. And that is RMC completion for like, what, probably a month before they open up another one. But by now, I assume everybody knows that we are probably in Japan right now as this is coming out. And the last RMCs that I needed in the United States were Railblazer at CGA and Joker here. And that would leave only Hakuge to be the last RMC that I needed, and I wanted that to be like the pretty bow on top of the very nice present. That is RMC completion.
That is awesome. That's a good milestone to have. I remember I got that back in like when I did Wonder Woman Flight of Courage there. But what's funny is that's a tough milestone to keep up with because as they keep opening up new RMCs, you have to like try and get on it like as soon as possible.
It is one of the easier ones because imagine trying to ride every B&M or every like Intamin. There's so many. There's only like 26 operating at the moment RMCs, so it's a lot easier.
Yes.
So that's what I'm going with.
That is a very fair statement.
Yes.
So I haven't been to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom since 2018. As we were walking up, I was noticing that Harley Quinn, completely gone. There's now a free spin over there. So like those are probably the biggest changes since I went, although they did also add like a little Zamperla, like a mouse spinner. So overall, it should be a solid day. What are your expectations going into today?
I mean, this park doesn't have like a ton of coasters that I'm like dying to do. Like obviously I'm gonna do Joker. I wanna do Medusa. I would probably do the Tivoli. I guess the new ones that you wanna do. But like I'm not riding the SLC, I'm not riding the Boomerang. Anything that's gonna cause me harm, I'm good. We're too close to a big trip, I don't wanna hurt myself.
That is very fair. We do have Flash Pass for today. We are here on a Saturday. We're getting here pretty much right at open, and there were a lot of cars there, so I do think it's gonna be a busy day. I also will note, we haven't even gotten in the park yet. The operations are not great. Like, we have been watching trains go, and some of them are so infrequent. Like, we've literally seen, since we parked and walked over here, probably 2, maybe 3 trains go on Medusa, which is not good at all.
Yeah, it was a long walk, but I will say, this has one of the most gorgeous skylines I've ever seen at a theme park. Like, from far away. Oh my gosh, all the colors and everything, and all, like, the diverse, like, landscape of coasters. Love it.
Yeah, for sure. So, let's go on inside. Here you can see the different tickets and passes offered at the park. Look at this. Six Flags Magic Mountain, California's Great America, and Knott's Berry Farm.
It's real. It's real, it really happened. We're merged.
So weird.
We're all one now.
Cute little entryway here into Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Where are we going first?
We're going to Joker. We need to go. I need to go get the credit. Just knock it out so I don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Is this how people credit count feel all the time?
They're like, yes, I need to get my credits right now or else I might pass out.
No, like
that might be a little dramatic, but
like the stress of like I gotta get this done. I can't enjoy myself until it's done. And I'm like,
you know who you are.
This is why I'm like, thank God I don't do this normally. Oh, baby.
So one of the things we were told here before coming to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is not to expect every single roller coaster here to be open. Right there you can see Flash Vertical Velocity, the very unique impulse coaster because it's at a slant. And that is going to be one of those rides that we will not be doing today.
We've been in this park for all of 60 seconds and I just watched a man pee in the bush.
What?
Yep.
So over here in the DC Universe side of the park is where most of the big roller coasters are. And this is definitely the less attractive side of the park, I will say that. The areas by the animals are relatively nice looking, but this is a concrete jungle at its finest.
This is where I would like to be right now, so it's okay.
That's fair. It's something that's got to happen. If you want to ride any of the good rides here, you pretty much have to go here. Joker does have one of the best entrances for any roller coaster. I love this fun house. You know what it reminds me of? The animation we had made for This Is How We Roll.
I wonder which one inspired which.
There it goes. What you are seeing is the only train operating on Joker right now, so that would explain the long line, which luckily for us, we were able to bypass most of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, thank the Lord for Fast Pass right now, because wow.
One train and the queue just wraps all the way down there. It is very full.
RMCs are notoriously a little slow because you have to do the seatbelt, then the lap bar, so you kind of go twice through the, operation process.
Yeah. So. You know what is interesting? Of the rides here at the park, the one that is operating the most consistently is the Skyrocket, because they don't have to come for colors, so they're actually able to send it out pretty quickly. All right, your first ride on Joker. Let's hear it. What do you think?
Okay, I agree with you that it is probably the weakest of the iBox coasters.
Okay.
But that being said, RMC doesn't make bad roller coasters. Even their weakest one is better than like most. You know what I mean? Like, it's still great. I really like it.
It is the best ride in the park.
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure.
It definitely is.
You sure it's not that SLC?
No, absolutely not. Completely unrelated to the roller coaster, but I just want to say this before I forget. As we're going up Lift Hill, you can see the train in pieces for the flash vertical velocity, and then as you're on the brake run, you can see the boomerang train in pieces, like directly underneath the roller coaster. So this is like also just a graveyard for other attractions.
What is going on? Like, it's still August.
Yeah, very, very weird. I would say, like, okay, so some people ask, like, why is this the weakest RMC? In my opinion, it is because the airtime is not as strong. It is, like, not as out of control compared to other RMC roller coasters where you're like, wow, that was so relentless and, like, nonstop. It was crazy. It's like, don't get me wrong, like, this still has, like, a good succession of, like, one element to the next, but I don't feel like it just, like, rips through the course like some of the other RMCs.
I think for me, it's, there's a lot of, like, maybe not a lot, but there's more downtime than most RMCs. Like, it's not paced as crazy. Like, I thought the airtime was fine. It was plenty strong for me. I, like, kind of knocked myself in the gut pretty hard at one point. Wasn't expecting a strong airtime moment, and I got one. So, yeah, for me, it's just, like, there are some parts of the ride, like, for me, the step-up underflip doesn't really do much. You know what I mean? And there's just some parts that, like, I wish that they had done something a little different.
Well, and here's what's interesting. So, like, this was the first GCI to get RMC'd, and we've seen this happen now to a couple others, but the big difference is those other GCIs that got RMC'd had big deviations from the original layout, where it doesn't really resemble the original attraction at all. And to some extent, this still has some resemblance to Roar.
Oh, yeah, I can still tell it's Roar. When I look at it, like, I can see Roar.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, like, that's, I would say also, like, this is a good example of, like, how the people at RMC, like, learned, you know, and they got better over time. Like, Wildcat's Revenge is a perfect example. Like, Wildcat was not a good GCI at all, and they turned that into...
Are you kidding? That thing is great.
No. It's now one of the best roller coasters in the world. So, there you go. All right, we ran into Kai. Hey, you're a local coaster enthusiast around here.
I'm local as of 2 days ago.
Hey, that's great, though. So, what do you think of Joker?
Y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. I loved it. I was not expecting it to be like as fun as it was. I'm someone who likes GCIs, so I like some of the like bank turns, laterals, really fun airtime pops. Y'all looked at me like I was crazy, but I just rode Wicked Cyclone a few days ago, and I enjoy my rides on this more.
Wow.
Even first thing in the morning.
That's a hot take.
Pretty fast. Yeah. So.
Hot take. Oh my gosh.
It is nice that they have some exhibits just here off of the main pathway for everyone to see. In this case, some warm weather friends, the penguins, who are all hiding in the shade.
Okay, but look at this one has exiled himself.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna hang here and just watch everyone from a distance.
I told them that I know their friends over in Orlando.
At SeaWorld? Hi, friend. Whoa.
Hi.
I didn't even realize this, but just on the other side of the Flash is a stadium that's set up for sea lions, and they have a show that's about to start.
Yay, sea puppy!
With better seal movement than seals are. They use their abdominal muscles similar to what Indigo just demonstrated, but more that also has elephant seals, which are really cool. Anyways, alright, we'll go on to talk about what we spend the majority of our day doing here at Sea Lion Stadium, and that is what Brooke has been demonstrating throughout the presentation, and that's training, working with our animals. Our priority with our training is husbandry, and that husbandry behaviors are behaviors. Now, they do these fun show behaviors. They do help build that relationship.
Oh yeah.
But it's great.
Big stretch.
That was a great presentation, and honestly now after seeing the show I understand why it's a much smaller stadium than the ones at SeaWorld, because it's a very different show. It is literally with one sea lion and you just have a trainer there just doing all these different tricks, positive reinforcement, handing all these treats. Like, you see but a huge spectrum of it versus like a big wide scale presentation, different type.
Well, yeah, I feel like the one in Orlando has like a storyline, right? Like it's like kind of more like they're like acting and like doing this whole presentation, but this is like, this is how we train them, this is what they can do, enjoy it. And that was totally fine. Did you like it, Kai?
I loved it. It was so fun. Yeah.
Welcome to the other side of the park where we're getting some great views of Medusa. You can see their very, very small sky screamer. That's because this park does have a height limit. They can't build over 150 feet, I think. So that's why all of the big roller coasters here are actually around the same height. And here's the entrance to Medusa, where it has a line spilling out the entrance. Yeah, this one has very, very slow operations. So we just got off Medusa, so this was both of your first times, right?
Yes.
So how was it?
To me, it's like for a floorless coaster, it's very graceful. Like it doesn't have a lot of like whippy elements. Everything's a little more elongated, right?
Definitely,
like it feels like everything's a little more sweeping and sprawling, but I don't think I realized how enormous this ride is until we got to the top of the lift, and I'm like, wow, this thing looks huge in this park. Seriously. What about you?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those cases of like, I feel like you can tell how rapid-paced ride elements are, whether or not like we can chat during the ride or not. Like we're just like, oh yeah, this was a fun little graceful moment. Like
we did have a conversation.
Right, we had time to have a conversation and process it, not like something like Kraken that's more like whippy and yeah.
That's a really good indicator.
Yeah.
I didn't get any rattles, so
Yep.
it's good.
Yeah, it is smooth. It is definitely not as forceful or like quick, snappy pacing like some of the other floorless coasters. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it is. It's a fine roller coaster. Again, it's the big headliner attraction for a lot of the public here.
Which is crazy because Joker's right there.
Joker's right there, but this thing is, it's bigger, it's taller, it's faster, It is on one train. You can see the other train from the station, and it is not entirely built. It is mostly built, but there are definitely pieces missing from it. So
well, she was literally saying when we were in line, she's like, okay, I understand this for like some other manufacturers, but B&M, come on.
You gotta run more than one train for B&M.
That's how you know it is a Discovery Kingdom thing. Yeah, everything here is on one train. The other thing I will note, the loose article posse here is very bizarre. They have signs at Medusa telling you, yeah, if you have anything that doesn't fit in your pockets, you cannot bring it up to the station. You will be turned away. You cannot ride. And meanwhile, everyone has a bag. Everyone's leaving their things off to the side. They don't give a crap. So it's just very mixed messaging. We're getting some lunch. We're gonna go to JB's Sports Bar and Grill because the Six Flags options are usually not great. This is a safe one.
This is a safe one because we've had it at other parks and we know it's not.
Yeah, we know it's bearable.
Correct, yeah. One of my biggest hopes with the merger is that the Six Flags parks start bringing on the executive chefs that you can find at all these Cedar Fair parks. It typically means that the food menus are a lot better. Good on you, Six Flags, for having mobile ordering kiosks, but bad on you for not making them work. It is one of those moments when I'm glad that I have a meal plan because these prices are absolutely insane. Remember when we were like, oh, JB's is a safe option? No, not here. No, it's not safe.
Not many options really in
They don't even have like the one at Six Flags New England that's like pulled pork and barbecue.
Yeah.
There's nothing in here.
That's not a barbecue place at all. It's literally cheeseburger or 2 wing options. It's habanero or buffalo, which both are typically spicy. So like No, look, I can handle a little bit of spice, but no, it's never a go-to for me. So I would never order either of those sauce options. That's just me personally.
And it was like $22
for a hamburger.
For a hamburger.
Yeah.
We will find something here. I see a food court. I see chicken and fries. I see corn dogs. There's pizza.
Sandwiches.
Oh, I see sandwiches. Okay, maybe. We can take a look. And the sandwich place isn't even open. Go figure. All right, Discovery Kingdom, this is your next challenge. Fix your food. So this is what a Six Flags meal plan will get you. 1 slice of pizza, which is normally $18. And then this, don't be mistaken, is not 1 order of garlic knots. That is 2 orders of garlic knots. 1 as a side and then 1 as the snack option with your pass. So.
And what did you get? $10 French fries?
I got $10 French fries because everything else was at least like $20, which is insane.
Yeah, that's amusement park pricing for you.
So even though this is like a very concrete heavy park, I mean, it's like a big old lake right here. It's really pretty, actually.
Yeah, this back section of Discovery Kingdom is nice. This is where you'll find like also a lot more of the animal exhibits, like down this section and also further back there. It's mainly just the areas around the rides that don't look the best. So there's a rainforest trail back here. Didn't know this existed either. Let's go inside, check it out. It is humid in here.
Well, it's a rainforest.
I know.
I feel like that's pretty accurate.
There's butterflies everywhere.
Hi.
Yeah, this is very cool.
Cool.
There's one on me.
You have a friend, Taylor?
Yep. He's on my leg. There he is.
Oh, that's a cool one.
I didn't even know that existed, but that was fun.
I know. Like, I've definitely never seen anything like that at a Six Flags park. That's like
Yeah.
the highlight for me now.
Yeah, definitely. We've literally seen stuff like that, like Epcot, but like it's at a Six Flags park.
Did you like it?
I loved it. It was like exactly stepping in a different theme park.
Yeah. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
like the same park at all over here. I like it.
Yeah, the atmosphere back here is just completely different.
In a good way.
Yes.
This park seriously can't make up its mind whether it's like really good or not. Like, on one hand, you have parts of the park that are not the most attractive and one train on everything, really slow operations, and then you go back here, it's like everything animal related just looks awesome. Seriously, it's like two completely different parks in one. So this is Sidewinder Safari, which is a snake-themed like Zamperla mouse, and they have actual snakes like built into the queue. I don't know if you can see any because like the lighting is really, really bright, but they have more just all over the place. That's like really, really clever. Once again, this is why we got Flash Pass. That is crazy. That spun so much.
That was crazy.
It was wild. Those things, like when you weight it properly, it just, and hit it like at the right turn, it's just crazy.
Yeah, well, we had 3 people. Kai just left. We really spun out of control. Like, that was really, really, really fun.
Yeah, good stuff. We bring velocity to your brand, as long as it's not vertical velocity. We don't bring vertical velocity to anyone here at Discovery Kingdom. Whoa, look at this guy. Hi. Hello.
You're beautiful.
Wow. Whoa. Look at him go. Dude, that was so cool. Seeing cheetah chase, cheetah hunt, like, it's great. Very, very cool.
So stupid. I will say, I think they need more space to run. I want them to just be able to get the zoomies and just run. Because it's like they run to one end and they're so fast, it only takes them like half a second to get there.
They're very, very fast.
One time I was at a zoo and there was a female and a male lion and I started singing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight?" and what they did after that was appalling, but it was really funny timing.
There's also a full reptile house here.
It's a snake.
There's a snake. There he is. And here's another one. Ooh.
I didn't know they had like such a big zoo area here.
Yeah, the zoo is pretty large.
I know. I guess I should have assumed with the name like Discovery Kingdom and then all the animals on the sign.
Yeah.
But apparently my brain didn't put that all together.
Yeah, there is a giant giraffe on the sign, so you would assume there would be giraffes here.
There is. There is.
The last big can't miss exhibit here at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom is the shark exhibit, which we're about to do right now. And now we hop aboard the conveyor belt. One of the shorter exhibits as far as like aquariums go at theme parks. You know, pretty much just a small little shark tunnel and then just a viewing area and that's it. But it's very nice. It's cool.
They got the point across though. Sharks are cool.
We're now walking through the kids area and there's a massive like foam pit over here of soap. What the heck? Excuse, okay. There she goes. Oh no. I would say you're gonna get so dirty, but I guess actually this is the opposite. You'd get so clean.
I got new shoes.
You're leaving a trail. I mean, that kind of helped. And here we are back heading into the DC Universe section again, completing the loop. And sure enough, this section is completely different than the rest of the park that we were just in. It is so weird. Just how bad is the Joker line? Well, this right here is the line for Flash Pass, backed up outside the entrance. So now imagine what it is for the regular line.
None of the rides have like a time posted, but I would imagine there isn't a line in this park right now for a major roller coaster that is under an hour at least, maybe more, maybe 90, I don't know.
I agree. I will say, as much as they really should spruce up this area, the free spin being here does add to this section. Like, it just sprawls across as like this nice backdrop. I like the addition of this in this area. I mean, you know, they're not my favorite rides or anything, but it looks cool, that's for sure. Here's our entrance for Batman. So, of course, this is one of two free spins named Batman the Ride, the other being the one at Fiesta, Texas, so it has the same logo design. Let's see if the queue looks anything like the one at Fiesta. A little bit, actually.
It's similar.
Yeah, it's actually, it has more than I thought it would. Okay. Once again, so glad we have Flash Pass because this is what we are bypassing.
There's literally nothing here, at least currently the way it is being operated, that is a high capacity ride. At all. Like, everything's either on one train, is usually on one train, or it just has very low capacity trains like this. So, for being open only on the weekends, it's pretty busy. Every time probably on the weekends now, and it's always gonna have long lines like this. I feel like you need to get Fast Pass, honestly.
Great views of the rest of the park going up the lift hill from Batman. That is just like the perfect position where you just see like all the other roller coasters there.
Yeah.
In terms of ride experience, I mean, it was solid. We flipped maybe once or twice. Not too bad.
I'm not gonna lie, I never know if I'm upside down or right side up on these things. We could have flipped like 17 times and I wouldn't know the difference.
Well, that would have been pretty impressive to flip that many times on this, considering that's it.
I know people were like hitting the brakes and they're like, that's it? I'm like, you can see the whole ride right here. Yes, that's it. You knew that was it.
You waited all that time
and you saw
knowing that was it. And here it is, or I guess I should say, and here it isn't, the site of Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster. The first ever Skyline Attractions Skywarp. It was a prototype, used to sit right here, and now there's absolutely nothing. It did not last very long. I did manage to get on it. I wasn't a big fan of it, so personally, I do not miss it.
We're like looking at all the merch and Taylor's like, I don't get why they sell capes. Nobody gets them. And I'm like, when I was younger, every time we went to Great Adventure, I got a cape.
You were a cape wearer?
Yes. I loved them. It made going around the park so much more fun.
I think they're stupid.
I think you're stupid.
Hey, you know what? Shut up. All right, let's go ride Superman. This was the first ever Skyrocket 2. Did you know that?
I did know that because you told me like an hour ago.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, this is a 2-car model, so it is not as long of a train as the ones at the SeaWorld parks, but...
Great for capacity, right?
Yeah, I know, right? This park needs more higher capacity rides. It does not have the comfort collars, though, which probably explains why they've actually been pumping out trains relatively quickly as far as it goes for a roller coaster with one train. Don't you just love Six Flags queues with the big old warning signs, the backside of these like theming elements, and it feels like you're not even supposed to be here? Yeah, me too. It's wild how much better that is with the lap bar. Like, it makes a world of a difference.
Which is weird because like the comfort collars don't like put any pressure or anything on your shoulders. It's just like, they could just kind of be in the way. Like they could either hit you in the ears or the side of the head or in your neck, and it's just like, makes dispatching a lot slower. I think it's a smart move to not have them.
Yeah.
But it's still not my favorite type of ride, period.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say though, that definitely has the best cruise in the park. Like the fastest operations we've seen thus far. They were flying.
The thing is, the way these work is if a single person pulls down their lap bar, they have to restart, unlock everything, and do it over again. And we saw that happen for one train like 3 times. I felt so bad for the riders, like, we're unlocking again. Like, basically, like, someone's not listening, which I've noticed the ride operators here are not afraid to call out guests who are not listening. Like, earlier, we rode Medusa, they're like, if anybody is standing over the yellow line, please step back. Okay, with the person in row 5 who's standing over the yellow line, please step back. You are currently talking to someone with red hair. If you're talking to someone with red hair, please step back. And no, they still didn't listen.
Yeah.
I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, there's a couple policies here that they're pretty strict on. Superman, it's you can't pull down your own lap bar. And Medusa, and also at Joker, there's like a yellow line that is right near the gates for where you'd go to access the train. And for whatever reason, you can't like touch the gates. They tell you like if you touch the gates, the ride could go down.
Could we just really quick acknowledge that this is a VIP lounge right behind us?
This is a VIP lounge. This is the ugliest VIP lounge I've ever seen in my entire life. Also, anyone can just walk into the VIP lounge. There's no one here. You can just walk up. This is so sad. That table is literally broken. There's barely any chairs here. It's dirty. This is the worst lounge I've ever seen. None of the TVs are even on. What? Also, this is the line for Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth, the Zamperla Giant Discovery. That is crazy. On a particularly busy day in the park, this is not what you want to see. That many empty seats, and that's just on this side. Surprise, surprise, we're back at Joker, going again for another ride.
I mean, I feel like if there's any ride here that you're going to do V-rides on, this is the one to do.
Oh, 100%. All right, we are officially next up for the front row of Joker, so that way you can try out the front and the back.
Yes,
and
it's a must.
It's been taking a minute at this point to get to here with fast lane.
Still, it's taken probably 30 minutes. When we were at the merge point, I asked somebody how long they'd been waiting. They said it'd been at least an hour.
That was half an hour ago.
Yeah, so that was around what I was guessing that most of the rides here. They mentioned that Kong, which is the crappy SLC that we didn't even touch, was running about a 2 to 2.5 hour line.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
So, all right, maybe that's the one to avoid. Which?
Well, duh.
All right, how was your front row ride on Joker?
I actually think I might have enjoyed it more up front.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because I think that there's a lot of weird transitions in this ride, and I think you can appreciate them more when you can see them very clearly up front.
I think my biggest takeaways is just watching this thing like operationally, because it's really, really sad.
I know.
Like, we were talking to someone, first of all, he said it's been on one train for like
almost a year.
Almost a year. Yeah, I think they said they switched in November. We're filming this in August, so that's not great. We looked everywhere. Cannot find the second train. It's nowhere.
We found like the front.
Yeah, the front is there, but like you'd think that the rest of it got scrapped.
No train though.
Yeah, so I have no idea what happened. I don't know if they sent it to RMC or something, but just seeing how long it takes from the time that it hits the brake run to then park in the station, that's valuable time.
Correct.
And then, the loading procedures of Classic, we gotta check all the seatbelts first, don't pull down on your lap bar, then we'll do it. It's just like, it's no wonder that train is being sent out every 5 minutes or so.
Something like that, yeah. It's unfortunate, but like we're literally in the San Francisco Bay Area. Like it's a very like populated place. And for somewhere that is as populated as this, it's really a shame that they have so many low capacity attractions. Whether it be because it's on one train or because it just has trains that are not meant for a lot of people to be in at one time. It's just 90-minute waits for everything is not great when you're only open 2 days a week. You're pretty much either getting the fast pass or having a crappy day.
Yeah, I feel like today has really shown like the typical like Six Flags day stereotypes of like, ugly pathways, no ambiance, crowds being like misbehaving, bad operations, bad food. It's just like you get a little bit of everything, which is like sad because again, this park has very good aspects to it, and a lot of the things that we're talking about are fixable. They are things that these are like there are solutions to this stuff.
Correct, absolutely. And I don't like dislike this park. Let me just make that clear. And I hope having a partnership now with Cedar Fair, which is they have a park that's less than 2 hours away. It's about like an hour and 15 minutes without a bunch of traffic. And hopefully they can instill a little bit of wisdom upon them before they close forever.
Before it closes forever.
Yeah, hopefully.
So here we are, back where we started, exiting Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, concluding our day here at 7 o'clock. And you know what? I would say, all things considered, it was a pretty solid visit.
Yeah. I mean, I got on the stuff that I cared about doing. So to me, that's a success. The main event for me was doing Joker, obviously, and I did it. And then after that, I calmed down, like I said I would. So yeah, overall, I had a good day. Like, this isn't like an amazing park, but it's a fun one, I would say. Like, it's got good energy and everything, so.
I think it has a lot of benefits. There's a lot of reasons to enjoy the park. I would say between this and California's Great America is the superior park.
Yeah.
But
well, I haven't been, but I assume.
As we talked about a bit earlier, the animal side of things is very, very nice.
I liked it over there a lot.
They do have some good rides. They also have some dud ones. Those are the ones that we skipped, like the SLC and the Boomerang.
I don't think the Boomerang's open.
No, Boomerang is not open at all. But, you know, the rides that are the standouts are enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, for what they are.
Absolutely.
So,
I just think they need another strong coaster here.
Yeah,
a lot of supporters.
Yes, yeah. They again, they struggle because of the height restriction. So
there's a lot you can do without being tall, though.
There is, but they also have a problem when it comes to land because they have a lot of animal space, so they can't have a big loud roller coaster near a lot of these exhibits. So some of that wide open space they can't necessarily build a big attraction on.
Yeah.
So that's why you have so many roller coasters, like literally almost on top of each other.
It's true. It is, like right in this like one area, especially like the DC area. It's like everything is just, it's like a sea of track. I kind of like it though. Visually, it's very fun.
Visually, it's nice. I just would like to see them improve some of the ambiance surrounding it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's just Six Flags for you, right? A lot of them.
It is, yeah. But hey, you know what? There's absolutely room for improvement, and we hope that with the merger, this park improves.
Yeah, and like, it's not that I don't recommend coming here, because like, I think that there's value to visiting pretty much every theme park. And here, I had a really fun time, despite the crowds being pretty thick and the lines being long. I mean,
if you're coming here around the same time as what we did, I highly recommend Flash Pass.
I think if you're in good company, you can have fun just about anywhere. But Joker is an amazing coaster, and wow, that's really loud. Did not ride that one.
That's the Tivoli. It's really loud, yeah.
Yeah, but Joker's really, really great, and that alone is worth making a trip here for sure.
There you go. Come out here to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, take a ride on Joker and the other big attractions here, such as Medusa. So, yeah, thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time.